Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. Now, I have a story here about Murdo Fraser. Only it's not really about him, it's what he's saying, but it's one of those read between the lines, it's what he's not saying kind of thing. But before we get into that, I would just like to offer a public service announcement, a little word to the wise. As I've mentioned, I've got a bit of a cold coming on. I thought I'd make myself something nice and hot and spicy to try and burn it through and all that. So I sat there and I made a nice chili. And it's a very spicy hot one, let me tell you. Num, num, num. But my piece of advice to anyone is when making a chili, and especially if you're using a bright, brand new, fresh chili pepper, which I was, and you're chopping it, boom, 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 and it gets all on your fingers. Make sure you you wash your fingers thoroughly 2-3 times before you pick your fingers up and rub your eye. I don't know if you can see it. God almighty. The pain. The absolute agony I was in. There was blood, sweat and tears. It was awful. So don't do it. Don't do it. Anyway, Murdo. So, Murdo Fraser, obviously one of the two main contenders for the Tory Conservative leadership, the Scottish Tory leadership, has said that it would require someone with experience and knowledge to lead the party to victory against the SNP in the 2026 election. And he's probably right. But there's one little issue with that, of course. Whilst he has got that relevant knowledge and experience and everything, he's not the only one. But what I think he's actually saying here is not Megan Gallagher. This is his way of saying he wants Megan Gallagher to pull out without actually saying he wants Megan Gallagher to pull out. And it's quite clear that this is the case. Because otherwise, him and Russell Findlay should just have the face-off at the end and leave it 50-50. Let's be honest, Megan Gallagher isn't going to win anyway. Not this time. But his comment about not having experience is quite obviously aimed at her. And it is that subtle, look, love, why don't you go sit down over there and let the grown-ups in the room fight this out because we're men. That's more or less what he's saying. Whether she will abide by this, of course, is another matter. Probably not. But, you never know. You never know. But if he is saying that, if he is saying, oh, let me and Russell fight it out because we're the men, then I think he might get a bit of a backlash from the female members of the party. What do you think? Is it just blatant sexism? Or is he right? And that Meghan should go, not because she's a woman, but because she's got zero chance of winning. Tough one. I don't think she should stand. I think she'll win it next time. I think she will be party leader. She's destined to be. But I think it'll be the next time when she's a little bit more experience and a little bit more of getting her hands dirty in the mire of politics. Let me know what you think. Thanks a lot. Bye.